What is up, my friends? Long time no see. How you guys been doing? I say long time no see. It was just yesterday that we hung out and talked. But anyway, guys, thanks for stopping in, hanging out, and chit-chatting with me a little bit about some movies. Before we get started, hit that like and subscribe button. Guys, today we are talking about a movie from 2022. It's an animated psychedelic romp through the fantasy underbelly of the teddy bear and unicorn war. This is called Unicorn Wars and it's directed by Alberto Vasquez. Now, Mr. Vasquez has made something absolutely incredible. It's a true gem, but it's also a very telling tale. It reminds me very much of a dictator's story, right? One very famous genocidal dictator in particular. But this is basically a film that is about propaganda. It's about the use of propaganda to sway people's opinions. It is about generational hate and prejudices and how they affect us throughout our lives. And it's a story about self-worth, really. This is about Blue and his brother. They're two teddy bears. They come from humble beginnings. But they join the teddy bear army to wipe out the bloodthirsty evil unicorns in the mystical forest. And so they go through teddy bear boot camp. As they do, they learn how to, the way to kill a unicorn is to shoot them with an arrow through the neck. Like, they learn all these things about killing unicorns. And the unicorns, they're living peacefully in this mystical forest, right? They're having babies, loving their family, all that kind of good stuff. And they're just having a good time here. And then there's this war breaks out, but it's been like a eternal war just about. It's almost like the Israelis and the Palestinians. Like, it's really like it's a war that has been going on since time immemorial in this universe. And so, Blue and his brother, they decide they're going to, be in this war. They're going to go take them out. Well, they go to boot camp. They finally go to the war. They see the atrocities of war, the horrors of war. And now, you're thinking, how horrible can teddy bears and unicorns, how horrific can that war be? Well, they don't hold nothing back. There's eviscerations, and it ain't like the teddy bears are made out of fluff and stuff. You know what I mean? They're made out of flesh and bone and organs and all that kind of stuff. And what do unicorns have? Giant spears on their foreheads. So you can imagine the kind of things that you're seeing. And then the teddy bears, though, they commit all kinds of atrocities too, though. They do things where they will do horrible things to the unicorns in order to, like, make an example kind of thing. And it really reminded me of kind of the Nazis and the Jews back in World War II and how that went down, how the teddy bears thought they were better and how they were trying to persecute the unicorns. And then our main antagonist winds up rising through the ranks, and he becomes a leader of this teddy bear movement of taking out the unicorns. It really does. You're thinking you're watching an animated film, right? And now I'm going to tell you why I watched this to begin with, is because, everybody has Facebook. We're scrolling through and we see reels, and it says, it was only a dream. Dreams can't hurt you, or something like that. But then it's a couple of the battle scenes from Unicorn Wars to the key of System of a Down. And I was like, okay, what is this movie that they just did this with? So I looked it up and I found it. And so that's when I said, you know what, I'm going to check it out. I'm going to watch it because it looks like it will be something special. And it was, to me, because I've never seen an anime, other than maybe like Watership Down or something like that, where it's kind of an adult theme story, but it uses animation and cartoon characters to tell it. And so this is very much an adult story. There's no cursing. Well, there may be a little bit, but there's no absolute vulgarity. It's really just these people have these two species, I should say, these two races, they have generational hate towards one another, generational prejudices. They go to war, they fight, they commit atrocities against one another, and those atrocities form their leaders, which also dictates the path they will go in history, kind of thing, you know? And so it's really just a kind of a, I don't want to say a prophetic tale, but it's a very introspective tale about the nature of war and mankind, and how, you know, you talk to any of the greatest generation. My grandfather was in World War II, and he was, you know, one of the greatest men I ever knew. But those were, they will tell you war is hell. If you go to war and you see the things that these men and women see, war is hell. They said they wouldn't wish that on their worst enemies, right? And this, for being an animated film, it depicts war as hell excellently. And it shows how it defines the man or the woman, and how, you know, when you see these things, you can't unsee them, and it alters you. It alters your personality. It alters your concept of how the world works and stuff like that. So not only is this, you know, story something that's powerful and engaging, but the animation is just bright and psychedelic. And like, if you were on a substance watching this, you'd have an epiphany. You know what I mean? Like, this would be just absolutely insane. If you were inebriated in some way. It's insane if you're completely sober. I mean, but it is one of those films that if you watch it, it looks like you are taking a freaky acid trip, man. Like, it is a wild film. And I enjoy it, though. It's not in English. It's in Spanish, so you're going to have to read subtitles. But it is well worth your time. It's well worth your energy. The voice acting is great. There's plenty of... you know, because when things are dubbed, there's plenty of emotion in the voices, put it that way. Because when things are dubbed, I feel like we lose quite a bit of translation and emotion when it comes to a dubbing. Because, let's face it, American voice actors dubbing over foreign stuff sounds stupid. I mean, we've all seen enough anime and other, you know, foreign films where it's dubbed over, and it's like, that sounds dumb. I bet that person don't even really sound like that. So that's why I'm thinking, you know, this is one of those films that you watch it in its native language, and it's way better, because you get the emotion of the screaming and the crying and everything that's happening. It doesn't sound fake or forced with English dubbing. So I really dug that. Overall, this is a powerful animated film, one of the best I've seen when it comes to, you know, let's say adult animation, when it comes to mature themes and settings and situations. This is one of the best animated films I've seen. And I definitely recommend it. You can buy it on Prime Video. That's what I did. I got it for $4.99. So if you want to check it out, you can get it over there. I'm not sure it's still $4.99, but you could probably rent it for around that price if you wanted to check it out. But that's it for Unicorn Wars, guys. I really appreciate you hanging in there and watching and, you know, talking with me for a little while, listening to me talk at you pretty much. But thanks a lot, guys. Hit that like and subscribe button on the way out. And as always, I am going to keep making them my friends as long as you keep watching them. Peace out. God bless you, and I will see you soon.